ओम सदाशिवसमारंभां शंकराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्परां यदविद्याविलासेन भूतभौतिकसृष्ट्या तं नौमि परमात्मानं सच्चिदानन्दविग्रहम्. Okay. Any questions, clarifications on what we did last time, or is it all clear? Yep.
In the translation,
Yeah.
if you see the last fourth line,
Yeah.
it says that what with regard to the Vedas, since the meaning of Vedic sentences are known at first hand, they are not of the nature of restatement.
Anuvada. They are not Anuvada, they are Pramana. Why did he say this? That the Vedic statements are not Anuvada, they are Pramana. Because when you are using Shabda Pramana in the world, Laukikam, give me one bit of information. Anything. Anyone. Give me one bit of information.
It's 22 degrees today.
Huh?
It's 22 degrees today.
22 released. Can that not be known by any other Pramana? It is known by other Pramana. So, in Laukikena, in the worldly, Shabda Pramana is always restatement. You can, whatever Shabda gives you can be gained by another Pramana as far as the world is concerned. I describe Gomukh. You go and see there, na? Perception. Now it is Shabda for you, but it can be gained by perception. In fact, I gained it through perception only, na? And I am restating it. Are you seeing that?
Yes, so it can be known by other Pramana, but still each Pramana is independent and
Agreed. But Shabda Pramana, as far as Laukikam is concerned, is only Anuvada. It is not Pramana. It's only Anuvada. Yes.
what is the meaning of Anuvada?
Restatement. Or whatever is said by some, or known by something else, you are restating it.
Translating.
Huh?
Translating.
No.
Restating.
Book is blue. It's not a translation. You are seeing it's blue, no? So what am I doing? I am restating the thing that can be known by another Pramana. It may not be obvious, that's why I am restating it.
So even when he said that today it is 22 degrees,
Yeah.
either he has heard it or like he's
Phone,
heard the
today's
news,
temperature.
or
Yeah, exactly.
Or I felt it when I was coming.
Yeah.
then it's inference that
It is not inference. Today is 22 degrees is perception because you can measure it.
no, he's saying he felt.
Felt. Felt is also perception, no?
Okay, but then it's not inference that it seems to be because it's not.
It depends on how you say it. Yeah. If you can feel the temperature difference, everyone cannot feel it. Therefore, we say it's inference. But if you can feel it, you feel it. The cold or this thing is perception. Yeah.
And there is of course subjectivity. So if you ask me, I said it's pleasant
Yeah.
today, but you may find it hot.
Yeah.
So there is subjectivity that comes.
Yeah. That's a different thing. That is an evaluation. That is not information. On the basis of information, you are making a conclusion. See, don't forget my basic awareness wheel of communication. You remember on any topic or an issue, what will be there? Perceptual data, thinking, feeling, desire, action. These 5 things will be around anything. You saw an accident on the road. What did you see? 2 cars came together, banged each other. What are you thinking? Oh, people are injured, or someone else's fault, this, that, etc. So if your thinking is that idiot was driving wrongly, that's a thought. Your feeling will be anger. Oh, people are hurt, feeling will be sympathy. Emotion. Then, what do you want to do about it? Nothing, Baba, people are taking care of it. Action. No, I didn't do anything. I just coming and telling. Or I did something, I helped them. Can you see? All this is part of any communication. In fact, if you learn to communicate using these 5 dimensions, your communication will be better. Data, that's the only thing factual. Data is the only thing factual. Everything else is interpretation, thinking, or your emotions, or what you want, your desire and your action. Perceptual part is only data. That's the only fact. Even an accident is a thought, is an interpretation. 2 cars collided, that is fact. Whether it was accident or deliberate, how do you know? When you're saying an accident, that means it was not deliberate. That's an evaluation, thought. Yeah. Accident means nobody was responsible, but someone may be. On inquiry, somebody may be fined. Somebody may be put in jail. That means what? Accident has become an incident. There's no more accident. Somebody is held accountable for it. Yeah, Jewish difference. Exactly. Yeah. So here, since in the world it is restating what is can be known by perception, etc., it is called that. But the Veda is not like that, he is saying. Veda is not like that. Veda stands as a pramana by itself because anadigatam, no? What has not been gained by another pramana, the Veda is supposed to come and tell you. Therefore, it is a pramana. Now, what is the authority of the Vedas? How do you establish it as a pramana? Then he gives a few thoughts on that also. Okay? Tatra Vedantanam Nitya Sarvajnaha Parameshwara Pranitatvena Pramanayam iti Nayayikaha. The Nayayika says, hey, the Veda is by Ishvara, therefore it is Pramanayam. Okay. Vedanta accepts it up to a point, but it has something more to add. Okay. Therefore he says, and he continues, giving the next statement is a Mimamsaka's standpoint. Vedanam nityatvena nirasta samasta pum doshanataya pramanyam iti adhvara mimamsaka. The ritualists, the Guru Matam, okay, the one group of ritualists says even if you don't have to accept Ishvara, without Ishvara also it works. Yeah. They will accept deities. They may not accept Ishvara as the overlord, but they will accept deities. Why? Whichever school of Mimamsaka you belong to, you are invoking the deity in the Havan. In the Homa, you are invoking a deity. Indra, Varna, Agni, whatever. So you are invoking. So that much as a deity you will accept, but they don't accept Ishvara, one group of Mimamsaka. Therefore they say, Vedanam nityatvena. Veda is nityaha. Therefore, nirasta samasta pum doshanataya. Therefore, it doesn't have the fault of human error. See, this is a big problem in a pramana. We take science as factual, correct? But if you look at the science 50 years back to today, many of the what is taken as fact 50 years ago is junked today. No more fact. Why? Pum dosha, purusha dosha. The dosha, the limitation of the people who formulate those theories. Therefore, if you want to dismiss science, all you have to talk about 2-3 cases like this and say, therefore, science is a series of mistakes correcting itself. That's why the science puts on an humble air of humility and says, we are not saying we know the truth now. What we are saying is we will find out the truth in time. If you recognize the fact that pum dosha, the limitation of a human being, will be there in using any pramana, then you will not see it. Okay, but here it is not human origin, therefore nirasta samasta dushanataya pramanyam iti adhvara mimamsaka. Therefore, the Pramanayam of the Veda depends on the fact that it is Nityam. It is very interesting. There is one speaker, a Muslim speaker, that Sheikh, what is his first name? I forget. He is wanted as a terrorist in India for encouraging people. Huh? Yeah, Naik. Yeah. Zakir Naik, Sheikh Zakir Naik, that guy. He's in Malaysia now. He uses this argument for the Quran. He says Quran was written in 6th century AD. No, Quran was always there. Muhammad only wrote it. Muhammad doesn't say that. He says God revealed it to him. But this argument, Sheikh Naik borrows from the Mimamsakas. It's a borrowed argument. Why not the other way around? Because the Mimamsakas preceded Sheikh Naik by 5,000 years at least. Okay. Yeah. This is called cultural appropriation. Okay. All right. So, two views he presented. One, Pramanayam is because Ishvara has said it. Another, because it is Nityam, always there, it is Pramanayam. All right. Asmakam tu mate Vedaha na Nityaha. We don't take Veda as Nitya. Utpatitvat, because it has been made, created. Vedanta doesn't take anything Nitya other than the Atma. We only accept Pravaha Nityatvam for the Veda. That means in every Kalpa it is there. Okay? But we don't say Veda is Nitya, not time bound. Yeah. In fact, so many shakas of the Veda are not available now. They all got destroyed. Yeah, only some 3-4 shakas are available. There were 37 shakas, I think, or one more. Yeah, only 3-4 are available. Even then, destroyed, people died of invasions. Yeah. See, the chanting is better than a CD-ROM, because CD-ROM will deteriorate in time, whereas the parampara of chanting will keep it going. But for that you need a parampara. You need a place for them to sit and learn. It's okay, it's a small room is enough, but that much you need. And if there's an invasion, those things. Yeah. That's why they're protected by going off to remote places and staying there. Yeah. Now Tirupati, everyone goes. Once upon a time, Tirupati was remote. To go to Tirupati was difficult because even now you have to go through the forest. But now they have made a road through the forest. Yeah. But previously it was remote, so there it was preserved. In south it was preserved there. Kashi was remote, it is preserved there. Yeah. So that's how. Now, how do you say Veda is created? No human being is created, correct? We don't say Veda has been created by the rishis. Okay? We don't say that. But there's a statement in the Veda, Utpiti matascha, that Utpiti matam, where did it come from? Asya mahato bhutasya nishisitam etadyo Rigveda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharveda, ityadi shrutehe. The whole Veda, I think now it is gone off. And let me keep this thing on, at least as a standby, if nothing else. Can you all hear me or no? I don't think they can because I can't see all of them. Am I audible to you all?
Yes, yes.
Can you all see me?
No.
Okay, hold on then. I will change over, just hold on a minute. Yeah. Hello guys, I am back. Okay. Yeah, my Qatar said I will be back. I am saying I am back. Okay. Therefore there is a statement that says, Ishwarena Nishwasitam Veda. That means what? Ishvara literally breathed out the Veda. Meaning, it was an effortless revelation at the beginning of the creation. Therefore, Utpatti is there. The idea is that there is a beginning for the Veda. Okay. Napi Vedanam Trikshana Avasthitam Yo eva Vedaha Devata Naditaha Sa eva Mayapi. Maya api it should be. Ityadi pratyabhijna virodha. Okay, there is another thinking that anything in the world lasts only is momentary. Utpatti sthiti bhanga comes, is gone. Momentariness of a modification of the Bauddha view is momentary. He says no, that is also not acceptable. Why? That Veda that Devadatta, my grandfather, chanted, is the same Veda I am doing now. Iti Pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna. This is the same book that I used for the last class. Pratyabhijna. Pratyabhijna is a recognition that this is the same thing that was there earlier. That recognition. This was the same book I used in the last class. This conclusion is called Pratyabhijna. Similarly, when you study the Veda, you know what is codified by the Vyasa is the one that I am chanting now. That Pratyabhijna is there. The Pratyabhijna shows that it is not momentary, that it is existing consistently. Ateva Gakaradi Varnanam api nakshanikatvam. Similarly, the alphabets are also not kshanikam, isn't it? Is an alphabet kshanikam? The alphabet that your child learned in school is the same alphabet that you learned in school. Pratyabhijna. Therefore, it is not momentary because there is a theory that Shabda is momentary. Why? I am saying it. Gone. No? I said it, you heard it, and it's gone. No, it is recorded and kept. The idea is the Varnakas, the symbols of the Shabda, they are not momentary. You studied it before. See, when you say A, or Ga, Ka, Gha, 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 these are all sounds, but they represent something. Therefore, he says the alphabets are not kshanikam. Why? Same thing, soyam gakaraha iti ityadi pratyabhijna virodhat. The alphabet I studied in school is the same alphabet my child is studying now. Therefore, the pratyabhijna is there. Because the pratyabhijna is there, it is not momentary. Huh? Akshara, yeah. That's why Akshara, etc. comes in. Nakshanikam. Tathacha Varna Padavakya Samudayasya Vedasya Vyadadivat Srishtikalinaha Utpatikatvam Pralayakalina Dvamsa Pratiyogitvam Cha. So similarly, the Veda which is Pada Samuham, Vakya Samuham. Samuham, collection of words, padas, Vakya, sentences. All of them are a collection of Alphabets. Alphabets are not momentary. Therefore, Veda also is Nityam in the same manner. Exactly like how Akasha. When did this Akasha come about? When the creation, when it was manifested. When will it go? On Pralaya. When did it come? Big Bang. When it will go? Big Crunch. Pralaya it goes. Even Akasha will go. Akasha is not going to remain. Everything is going to go. Pralaya is not water world, okay? Water world is water world. That's not Pralaya. Pralaya is when everything is resolved. Okay. Then he says, Natu madhye varnanam utpatti vinashaha ananta gakaradi kalpanaya gauravad. He says, therefore, let us take the alphabet as always being there. Between Srishti and Pralaya, it is there. Let us take it like that. Otherwise, you will have to say, no, basically it is there, and when I utter it, it comes and doesn't utter. Why are you going into all that hair splitting? Words are there as long as, as long as languages are fine, words are there, fine. Words may not be there, but alphabets will be there. Why are you saying words may not be there? Why are you saying words may not be there?
Because there will be different combination of
Yeah, because words may be invented, no? New words will come. Can you say all words are there and no new word will come? Even in Sanskrit you can't say that, no? Even in Sanskrit you can't say. New words are always coming. You can't say this word is not there because the dictionary doesn't have it. Can you say that?
even on Pralaya, only thing is that they are not manifested, but in the center.
We will come to that. Hold on, don't jump. Understand this statement I am making now. That can you say a new word will not come? If it is not in the dictionary, it is not there. Can you say that? The dictionary is not an authority for words. The dictionary is a collection of words and their meanings. I don't know whether the Oxford Dictionary will have the word millennials in it. I don't know whether it has been added. I have not checked up. If it is there, it was added recently. Why? Because everyone is using that word. If everyone is using that word, it has to be there. Everyone uses a word and the word is meaningful. It communicates something. It's a new word, but it is valid. But the alphabet that formed the word, unless you invent a new language.
Swamiji, when you say alphabet, you mean the sound, no?
Exactly. Yeah. So, Ga will be there in all languages. Now, how it is written down may be different. How it is written down may be different. As the alphabet is, how it is alphabet is represented may be different. Yeah. But the basic sound exists. That's why Sanskrit becomes one of the most scientific languages because of that. Because the alphabet is decided on the basis of its location from where you are saying that and the effort you are putting. Ga and Gha. Effort is different. Ga, Gha. Alpa prana, Mahaprana is called. Less breath, Ga. Gha, more breath. Sthanam, gutturals. Yeah. So sthana, prayatna, etc. comes into the place. Therefore, you are trying to make that language scientific. Yeah. But language, remember, is pliable. It has to be pliable. Otherwise, it can't bring in new ideas. Yeah. Alphabets can be fixed. Alphabets can be fixed. Why? Because now you are giving it a structure. On the basis of the structure, you can be creative. Creativity is not doing what you want. If it is doing what you want, that's chaotic. That's not creative. You can say book, I will say cook. Then there will be chaos, no? You will neither understand book or cook. Because you will try to read the cook and cook the book. That won't work. That won't work. Because there has to be a structure, alphabet fixed. Now what? What do you want to do with that? Create new words? No problem. You can create. Roots, stems. You can bring in new roots also if you want. Though nobody has done that in Sanskrit up to now. Yeah. Why? Because from the existing roots you can create the words you need. Yeah. Okay. Therefore, okay, Gauravat. Therefore, then he says, another point he brings in. Anucharana dashayam varnanam abhivyakti tad ucharnad vyanjaka bhavat na viruddhati. Andhakara gata anupalambavat. Andhakara gata anupalambavat. He is giving an example. There is a pot in a dark room. You don't see the pot. Then you put on the light, you see the pot. Correct? Similarly, when you are not uttered the alphabet, you don't hear it. When you utter it, you hear it. That means what? Your question, Kavita. When it is not uttered, it is an unmanifest condition. When it's uttered, it is in manifest condition. That is acceptable. That is acceptable. Okay? Yeah. When you are, I am not saying anything. Unmanifest. Then I said a word, manifest, or an alphabet here, manifest. So, unmanifest before, manifest now. That you can say. Why are you saying it? Because the same alphabet that your grandfather said. Pratyabhijna is there now. So the alphabet existed before you existed. You as a human being existed. Correct? Yeah. Therefore that much we can say it. Yeah. Utpanna gakara ityadi pratyasu soyam gakara ityadi pratyabhijna avirodhat pramanam. That is non-contradicted. The alphabet G is coming up now because I am saying it. At the same time, this Gakara I have studied in school, Pratyabhijna. Both are not contradictory to each other. No? This utterance now, therefore manifestation now, and the Pratyabhijna that I recognize it was there before, both are non-contradictory. Therefore, you have to say, you don't have to say, I am creating the Gakara. I have to say, I am manifesting. I am uttering it. Uttering it means manifesting it. Nobody writes. They may say, I created the book, but they don't say, I created the language. Or the alphabet. Even language you can say you created. But the alphabet you can't say you created. Varna abhivenjakat bham nigatah utpatti nirupita parampara sambandha vishayena pramanyam va. Or he says, which is not a major difference, it is connected with the origin of sound. So the origin of sound has now manifested as an alphabet. Anyway, all the alphabets are sound. So you can put it either way, it doesn't matter. That's what he says. You can put it like this also. When sound originated, alphabets originated. Now I am only manifesting that alphabet or that sound. Either way, it's okay. Tasmat Vedanam na kshanikatvam. Therefore, there is no kshanikatvam for the Veda. Because a major argument is from the Buddha. That everything is kshanikam. Sarvam kshanikam kshanikam. Therefore, your Veda is also kshanikam. Momentary. It's not momentary. In fact, momentariness exists only for other things. Really speaking, it does not exist at all, which I will decide, which I will explain later at some other stage when I am dealing with different philosophies. Okay? Okay. Okay, let's can go ahead. Nanu Shanikatvam Abhave api Vyadadi Prapancha Utpattitvam eva Paramesha Krita Kritakaya Paurushetvena Paurushetvad Apurushetvam Vedanamiti Tva Siddhante Bhanjayet iti chet na. A Purvapaksha coming. Nanu Shanikatva Abhavepi. Okay, it's not Shanikam. Accept it. Okay? But Vyadi Prapancha Utpattitva Matena. It is like space, it has come into, it has been created. Like space was created, word is also created, sound is also created. In fact, sound is a quality of Akasha. So along with Akasha, sound is also created. Parameshwara Kartu Kritaya. Because it is made by Parameshwara, Parushetvam, Apurushetvam Vedanam Tva Siddhante Bhanjaye. Then your Apurushetvam is gone because Ishvara has created it. Iti chet, no, that is not true. This is a Purvapaksha. Why? Because in Nyaya, Ishvara is a special person. Ishvara is not Satyam Jnanam Anantam in Nyaya. Ishvara is a special person who is responsible for this thing. Sankhya also is a special person. Yoga, not in Sankhya, in Yoga, it's a special. Therefore, they take Ishvara as a special form of Jiva, which we don't take. For him, Ishvara is Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. Therefore, not Jivatvam, not a Jiva. Okay? Therefore, the Purvapaksha is answering, he is answering differently. He is not bothered about establishing Ishvara now. He is only bothered about establishing the Pramana. Therefore, he doesn't handle the Ishvara question. He says, Nahi tavat Purushena Ucharyamanatvam Paurushetvayam. Just because Ishvara said it doesn't become finite. Guru Mate Adhyapaka Paramparya Paurushetya Apatti. You are talking that Guru Mata, Prabhakara school. Okay? Not Prabhakara, the other one, Bhatta school. He says, because where did you learn your Veda? From my teacher. Vedic chanting also has teachers. No? He learned it from me. Therefore, Paurushetva must come. Human beings passed it on. No. We are not talking of human beings, we are talking of the source. Yeah. There is a human element to it, agreed. That's why Shakas came into the picture. Patantaras came into the picture, either this Pata or that Pata. And Patantaras were accepted only if it was within the Pramana. Meaning, valid in their meaning, in keeping with the Pramana. Whether you say this or this, it's okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Napi Purusha Adhinatva Utpattikatvam Purushetvam. Just because a person has repeated it doesn't make it Paurusheyam. Then what? Nayayika Abhimata Paurusheyatva Anumana Asmadinam Siddha Sadhana Apattehe. According to Nyaya, Ishvara is inferred. Okay? That we have already dismissed. That inferential Ishvara we have already dismissed. Why? On what basis are you inferring that basis that this is a creation is dismissed? Unless you take the help of Veda Pramana. If you take the help of Vedanta, then you have to go by what Vedanta says. You can't say, partly I will take that this is created from the Veda, and then Purusha, then the Ishvara is inference, established by inference. You can't take. It has got Siddha Sadhana Kata, dosha. Meaning you are trying to establish what by logic was already established by another Pramana. Shabda Pramana establishes the Ishvara. Then you are trying to re-establish it by your logic. Then your logic becomes Anuvada. At the most it becomes Anuvada. Even Anuvada it is not because it is dismissible. Because basis for proving creation is not there in inference. Okay. Then Kintu, now look at the reason. Sadachiya Ucharana Paksha Ucharana Vidiyatvam. What is the Veda? Sajatiya Ucharana. He says Veda Pramanam is there has been nothing said like this anywhere else. What Veda has said has not been said anywhere else. There is no similar anywhere else. Now generally, in your beginning classes, if you have listened to me and remember, I would say in any culture, any society, if there is something like you are the limitless consciousness, then I will give it the same respect as I give it my Pramana. That is for Veda for me. That is taking a universal stand, which is true, I still take it. But the fact also remains that so clearly it has not been said anywhere. There have been only stray statements in other religions and cultures. Stray statements have been there. Father and Son are one and the same. Now, how the hell are you going to use the Bible and explain Father and Son are one and the same? You have to come to Vedanta to explain that. That means what? That's a straight statement there. It almost becomes a meaningless statement. It almost becomes a meaningless statement according to that system. Yeah. Because you keep on emphasizing Son of God, Son of God, Son of God. How can Son and Father be the same? Two different entities. No? Yeah. Okay. Therefore, Tathacha, Sargadikali. Now he is talking about how Veda is created. Sargadikali, in the beginning of creation, Parameshwaraha, Purva Sarga Siddha Veda Anupurvi Samanam, Anupurvikam Veda Virachatvan. Parameshwara looks so akama is, so akshata. He saw what was there before. Veda was like this, like this, like this, and created it here in this kalpa also. The same Veda was reproduced here. Veda that was there before is reproduced in this kalpa. Natu, okay, Natu Vijatiya Vedam iti. He didn't create a different Veda. He didn't say last kalpa I had said like this. This kalpa I'll say something different. He didn't do that. Okay. Na sajatiya ucharnena apeksha ucharna vishayatvam paurushayatvam vedasya. Because nothing else like this exists. It is Pramanayam. Why? Why can that argument be used? Nothing else exists like this. Meaning, no verbal statement as Shabda Pramana says the same thing that the Veda has said. What Shabda Pramana Veda has said is not gained by any other Pramana also. Veda, the Shabda comes in as a Pramana because what is gained by Shabda is not gained by any other Pramana. Number one. That's why Shabda is a Pramana. Then Shabda as from Ishvara because he says nothing like this has been said anywhere else. There is no utterance like this. You go all over the world and see. Which book in the world says you and I are one and the same? Samji, what about modern books? Modern books are read and then they are putting it in a modern form. That's all. They are exposed to some teacher and they are putting it in a limited manner. Samji, you don't know Eckhart Tolle in his book, The Power of Now. It's only talking about your consciousness. He is not talking about consciousness being everything. He has come only up to the Sakshi. Yeah. A Sadguru says he has not studied anything and all this is from his Anubhava. Wrong. He was a Rishi Prabhakar's student. There is enough evidence for that. Yeah. 80% of what Sadguru teaches is what he has gained from Rishi Prabhakar. Yeah. He is working as a yoga teacher for Rishi Prabhakar. I know because he used to come and sit in a building opposite my sister's house in Bombay. And he would teach it there. That time he was under the Rishi Prabhakar's branding. Yeah. We are all known. These are all known things, okay? Therefore, there is nothing. The same, if it has been said somewhere by someone, it has they have already been exposed to it somewhere. Stray statements, of course. Now, to be more universal about this, stray statements, of course, truth is not a private property. So, whether another religious head came to India or not, as insights, he would have got something. Okay, I am willing to accept that. He got insights directly from Ishvara. Accept it. But has he presented it in this manner? So elaborately, so unequivocally, so clearly? So Veda becomes a Pramanam. Simple as that. Okay. Therefore, your Apurusheya for the Veda is based on this, he says. That it has come from Ishvara, all right. But more than coming from Ishvara, something like this has not been said before. Just because it is said by Ishvara, does it become a Pramana? Why is this important? Does it become a Pramana just because it is said by Ishvara? This lady went and prayed to Ishvara, give me a mighty son, a mighty warrior as a son, and Ishvara said Tatastu. Does the Tatastu become a Pramana? It doesn't become a Pramana. Na? I remember my old story when I am talking about the Gita. Arjuna and Krishna are sitting. Okay? In a coffee shop on the wayside. Olden days coffee shop, it's different, huh? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, tea shop. Coffee shop, tea shop. They're sitting. Yeah. And someone comes and asks Krishna, Margam Prichhami Hastinapure. I'm asking you the way to Hastinapura. And Krishna says, go this way, this way, this way. Does that become Pramana? Bhagavad Vachanam Baba, Ishvara's Vachanam. No. Why? Anybody could have given that direction. That direction has been given before. There are similar directions given. There is nothing unique about it. That's why if you go to Kerala, Kerala is very, even though it's north-south, to one point there are three different ways, you know. It's very peculiar in Kerala. Kerala is a long strip. So it should be north-south strip. But from south, if you are going to say, I am in Cochin, I am going to Guruvayur, he will ask you, you want to go to the Kodungalur way or you want to go to the Triprayar way? One small strip of land. But this way or this way? Sajatiyam is there. What does it show? That if you are Marga Darshanam, etc., Sajatiyam is there. Similar expressions are there. Nothing unique about it. Nothing unique about it. Whereas what is said in the Veda is unique. It cannot be gained by anywhere else but from the Veda. Therefore, not only it is revealed by Ishvara, there is a asandigdam, not asandigdam, anadigatam about it. Anadigatam is asandigdam also, but anadigatam. It cannot be gained by any other pramana or any other shabda, including Ishvara's. Because Ishvara would have said a lot of things, no? You don't know what Krishna said to all the gopis. That's all private conversation. Let it be private. Yeah. So it's pramana because of this. Yeah. That's why if you notice when I say some pramana and I will say this is my opinion or my story. If it's my story, it is to illustrate a point. Is my opinion, it is my opinion. It's not factual. It's not pramana. Maybe right, maybe in harmony with pramana. But it is not pramana because it's my opinion. Yeah. Whereas Bharatadinam meaning Mahabharata. Okay, Mahabharata, the book. Sadatya Ucharamaham Paksheva Ucharnam Tesham Paurushetu. Whereas Mahabharata, what does Mahabharata do? Tell the story of the Bharata Varsha. Tells you the story. There are so many people who have written on it. Sajatiyam is available. Agreed, Vyasas is the greatest work there. But Sajatiyam is available. Therefore, Mahabharata becomes Paurusheyam, human origin. Now, in the Mahabharata, there is a Bhagavad Gita. But Bhagavad Gita is Pramanam. Why? What is said in the Gita is not found anywhere else, unless in the Veda you go into it. Therefore, Shabda Pramanam, Veda Pramanam, Smriti Pramanam. Shruti Pramanam, Smriti Pramanam. Accepted as Pramanam. Why? Same subject matter. Then is it Ucharanam, separate Ucharanam? No, it's not separate Ucharanam. It's saying the same thing. It is saying coming from the Lord Himself. Sri Bhagavan Uvacha. It's coming from the Lord Himself. And it is unique, not found elsewhere. Therefore, Pramanyam. This book, same subject matter, accepted as Pramanam, even though it is Paurusheyam. But because it is Paurusheyam, there may be certain flaws creeping in, especially when it is talking about non-Vedantic topics. Non-Vedantic topics can come in. Okay? Yeah. Evam Paurusheya Apurusheya Vedena Dvidena Agama Nirupitaha. Therefore, we have talked about Shabda Pramanam from the standpoint of the Agama Veda, which is Apurusheyam, and Paurusheyam. What it does with other Shabda Pramanas. Other Pramanas, worldly Pramana. Shabda is a worldly Pramana, is Anuvada. As this, see, we all accept, in the beginning we always will say, because it is Apurusheyam, it is Pramana. But even there, I have always introduced the idea of Anadigatam. If you notice, you first came to the Gita class, the first class on the Gita, I said it is a Pramana because of the subject matter, not because it is Krishna's words. And I gave the same example of asking about how to go to Hastinapura. Same example I gave. Though I have not elaborated it like this there. People get confused at the beginning stage. Not that people are not confused now. You can get confused. But it is better now. The chance of confusion are less. Therefore, I say it like this here. That means what? Because of the uniqueness. In short, the uniqueness of the subject matter decides whether it is Pramana or not. By uniqueness, you mean, you have to clarify that uniqueness. Not gained by any other Pramana. That means what? It has to be factual. It can be achievable. These things are there. It has to be factual, can be achievable, and not gained by any other Pramana. Achievable, why am I saying it? First portion of the Veda, achievable by action. Second portion of the Veda, achievable by knowledge. And unique. What is gained by this is not gained by anything else. Whether it is knowledge of heaven, but all other religions also talk about heaven. How is it unique? It is unique because we are more logical. How do you say that? Because once you go, there is a return possible. It is not a one-way ticket. There is no eternal heaven because the dimension is ruled by time and space. We are more logical in that. Therefore, what we say is unique. Still, what Veda says is unique. Yeah. That all religions speak the same thing is that this is not true. Nobody believes it. except the people who say it who have not read any religion. If you don't have any religious belief, you can believe all religions are same. If you have any religious belief, you can't say it's all the same. Because we know, if you have studied, you know all religions are talking different things. Yeah. You know that, it's a fact. Yeah. That's why all these interfaith dialogues and all doesn't really work. Because the dialogue starts with the premise, all religions are same. So that means in the dialogue premise itself, there is non-understanding of religions built into the thing. Yeah. Built into the thing. In fact, the church openly says, all interreligious dialogue is to make people come to the faith. Openly says it. In their documentation is available. Openly. Because once I provoked the priest enough for him to admit it. Yeah, I know how to debate properly, nicely. I know how to provoke and get things out also. Yeah, he said it. Yeah, it's all to bring into the faith. So, there is where the whole thing is. Okay. Any questions or clarifications?
Swami, I would question the previous verse when it says that Veda is not shut down or sounds are not shut down. Can we also say that on Pralaya, of course, everything is
Yeah.
but it still remains in unmanifested form in the,
See,
in the nature potential,
yeah.
So, I mean,
Correct. It remains. See, all the jivas also remain in unmanifest form. At Pralaya, all the jivas who have not gained moksha are also remaining in unmanifest form. Then, so Veda can also remain in unmanifest form. Yeah, that's fine. Whole creation is unmanifest form. Forget Veda and this thing. Whole creation is unmanifest form. What is Pralaya? Na sato vidyate bhava, na bhava vidyate satha. Don't forget basic learning. What is existing cannot go out of existence. What is non-existing cannot be brought into existence. So it can only be manifestation and non-manifestation. That's it. So that basic thing remains. That's why we dismiss creation. We talk about creation to dismiss it. Yeah. So that's the whole picture. Any other questions or all clear? Okay. So come back with your questions next time and think about it. You can listen to the recording again. Then we'll do, there are Arthavada and this is remaining. Mahabharata being a Paurishaya. Yeah, Mahabharata is a Paurishaya because it was created by a human mind. No? The whole story was written by a human mind. So Vyasa wrote the Mahabharata, therefore it's Paurishaya. It's a human creation. Only certain aspects like the Gita, etc. are considered Pramana. Whole Mahabharata is not a Pramana. Even everything said in the Mahabharata is not taken as Pramana. But it's a good record of what happened. As history it is accepted. Not accepted as Shabda Pramana, but accepted as history. Not as a myth. Not accepted as mythology. It's accepted as history. Yeah. That's why some aspects of the Mahabharata, which may not be written in the Mahabharata, you will find in some Purana. Somewhere, something will be, some story will be there. Yeah. Like Valmiki Ramayana talks about so many things. It doesn't talk about that Lakshman Rekha and everything. But in some obscure Purana it is available. So because of that, people have included it into the story. But any debate and discussion about the Ramayana, it has to be Valmiki's. Tulsi wrote, but Tulsi wrote as an act of devotion. Kambar wrote as an act of devotion. 300 versions are available as acts of devotion. And there are other works available as an act of running it down. Books like Asura, etc. are available. Yeah, running it down. They think they are praising Ravana. But their praise is pathetic. Valmiki Ramayana praises Ravana much better than the book Asura, which is dedicated to praising him. Yeah. So, okay, are scriptures of other religions pramana? even though they are less. See, for pramana, it has to give you something that other pramanas cannot give you, and it has to be logical. See, if the scripture comes and tells me, any other religion, there is a heaven, I'll accept it. Heaven, I take it. You give me a description, acceptable. Why? Variations are cultural. Variations are only cultural. But if you say your heaven is eternal, sorry, that part of it is not acceptable. Why? You go there by an action, you're going to quit there when the karma phala is over. That's logical. Because anything achieved by action cannot be limitless, eternal. So that much, as pramana, this much, that there is a heaven acceptable. There are 72 virgins available for you. What are you going to do with them? I don't know, but whatever. Why? Because you got that thing, that notion in your brain. What can I do? Cultural. There are cultural differences coming. Yeah, because you are maniacal about all that. Yeah. So what to do? Yeah. Or another religion will describe as food and drink. Why? In the place they were, food and drink was difficult to get. Even in ancient India, okay, British time also food and drink was difficult. So many famines happened in Bengal. Half Bengal population was wiped out because of the famines. Yeah. So, if the description of heaven came in terms of food and drink, understandable. Or even before that, prehistorical times, food and drink was difficult. No? Everything had to be made from a scratch. You had to cultivate your own food or hunt your own food. Either be a farmer and hunt or be a hunter, or combine both, which is what most evolving societies did. So then, if the heaven is described in terms of plenty of food and drink, understandable, cultural. So that we can accept as cultural differences. But pramana, that heaven, yes. But if there is any illogical part, then that is dismissible. Yeah. Heaven is beyond logic. Therefore, I can't logically question or logically dismiss. But the eternity can be logically questioned and dismissed. That's illogical. What is illogical is within logic. Heaven is not logic, it's beyond logic. So that's how we take it. So on one level we can accept all religions, not a problem. See, we're taking a Vedanta, naturally, that's why no religious persecution ever happened in India. No? In fact, everyone wanted to come to India. The Greeks, the Romans, the Iranians, the Parsis, even the Muslims. Everyone wants to come to India. Sri Lankans, Sri Lankans also want to come to India. Everyone wants to come to India. Why? Because you know you're safe here. No religious persecution. We accept, we respect. We may not agree, but we accept and respect. No problems. Yeah. So think it over. If there are any questions, next time we'll handle it. Om Tat Sat.